Wavy Boy Productions.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Firesquad podcast. My name is Sam. On the right side of the screen, we got JC, and we got a very special guest today. You want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, sir. Chrystopher Jackson, CEO of StoreTails.com.
Taos.
Rancho alumni. What else? That's about it for me, bro.
Yo, we're here chopping it up today. How you guys been today?
Very good, sir. Very glad to have lived another day. Very grateful. Even though we're going through all this quarantine stuff, I'm still happy, positive.
Yes, sir.
You know me, all day.
I can't say it better than that.
For sure.
Can't complain too much.
How you been though, Chris? Like,
chilling, man. I don't do much. I go to work and I'm coaching at Rancho now, which is cool.
I saw, yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm doing that. But outside of that, I don't do much, to be honest. I do the clothes and stuff, and then I take pictures and stuff. But I don't do much outside of that, to be real.
You're coaching
You do photography, right?
Say again?
Or go ahead, Sam. You go first.
No, you're coaching the basketball team?
Yeah, I'm the varsity assistant coach at Rancho now.
Oh, damn. That's dope.
Hey, it's lit.
So that's
dope.
fun, yeah.
How was your photography thing? I know you got. I follow your Instagram page on it. How's that doing for you?
Yeah, it's good. It's been slower because everybody's staying inside now, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it's good. I've been trying to I try to switch out my page, like the layout and stuff like that, and how it looks on the timeline and everything. But it's been good. I can't complain too much about anything,
You know what's dope about like photography and photographers? All the photographers that I personally met, like they have connections to other people. You know what I mean? Like the networking and that, crazy. Just like at a couple parties that I DJ and stuff. There's like a photographer there, and then they're like, "Yeah, man, I know this person." I'm like, "Oh, word!" Like I was actually supposed to link up with them. But photographer, it goes down like a long way for sure.
No, for sure. Because I think that, especially in Las Vegas, like there's not a lot of anything, to be real.
Yeah.
Like everything there is, there's like a cult, like a little cult following behind it. Like I know Big Mike is a car guy, and he just knows a lot of car guys, just because there's not a lot of car guys in Vegas, But that just alludes to how small Vegas is as a whole.
And then that's one of the reasons why me and Sam trying to establish this platform over here, because like how you said it, Vegas is within small groups, everybody is like just kind of on their own boat, but like why not bring all the culture together? No.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
LA got it.
No, everybody got it except us.
Everybody got it for us.
Everybody wants to be at competition with each other, which I mean sucks, but that's just how it is,
It is.
But no, I support y'all big time. I love
bro.
I'll be watching it on YouTube and shit like that, like the whole thing.
Hey, thank you very much,
that.
sir.
Thank you.
For sure.
And the same on what's called Us to You, Taos, man. Talk about Taos. We support Taos. The brand, the clothing is dope, man. Yeah. How did that start?
Well, let's see. Initially, I met Greg, who's my best friend, is like a brother to me at this point. But we met in at the end of 7th grade year. He had moved to our middle school, and he was really just taller than everybody, so we just all expected him to play on the basketball team. So come 8th grade, we got really close just off of playing basketball together and everything like that. And then by 9th grade, we both made varsity. He made varsity football for Centennial, and then I made varsity basketball for Rancho. So initially, the initials TAOS was just like something for us like to hashtag our Instagram pictures, It wasn't nothing big at all. But then one day I just went to the t-shirt diner inside the mall and put Taos on a hoodie
and
just started wearing that to school. It was clean,
Yeah.
I wore that to school. Then like my dad's real creative too. He used to like cook up a bunch of different designs for me to wear and stuff like that. And it got to a point where like people would like see me at school like, oh, this is hard. You gotta start selling Tails merch. And at first we were like, nah, we're not really, because it was just something for us,
Right.
But then it got to a point and got a big enough following after a while to where we was like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start selling. And I mean, that's where we are now.
Mm. That's what's up. I think
Yeah.
so. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the day where I last saw you at
Hmm.
Christina's B day, I think the
Hmm.
next day is when you like officially like launched the store, right? Do you remember
Um.
something? Because I know we were talking about it, but
Yeah.
you were gonna start something, but I totally forgot what it was.
I,
I think you
I
either
can't
launched the
remember
website or the store.
something. I know what you're talking about, but I
Oh,
went. The thing about it was we first opened the website on July 4, 2018, and I know that I went to
it was
Christina's house
that then.
that day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was that then. Yeah.
because she had like a little cookout or whatever, so we was all just over there. But it was that day that I had opened the actual website and
The
everything. So
website.
that might have been it. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
So yeah,
So how do you
that was
start in
fun.
like the? So you just went to a print because I know Sam. Sam is like he's the fashion dude here out of out of both of us, and Sam's
Hmm.
the one that's always looking into merch. So like, what would you recommend to start a brand or like a clothing design type of thing for all of us,
Um.
and for Fire Squad too, so we can
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the.
Let's see. I would say it depends on what you're going for. I'd say like you
Hmm.
have to make sure you have like a end goal in mind. I'd say that because initially the reason we didn't start selling sooner because it's like what are we shooting for? Like what's our goal
What's the
behind
goal? Yeah.
selling this? Right. Like
Uh-huh.
we weren't planning on being like just guys selling shirts for no reason. Like we set
Hmm.
out and made sure that it was like a movement and something that people could, support and for like longevity is concerned. But if people like just have a plan, if nothing else, and then do your research, obviously. But I mean that's with anything. Before you start anything, you
Yeah.
should do your research. But like it's just so much that we didn't know beforehand, and I didn't even know. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know when we started selling that I know now.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm. Yeah.
if I started back then with all the knowledge that I have now, it would be way different. But I mean, that's just part of learning and growing, But
That's true.
What are some
so
of the, I guess, struggles for starting your own business like that? Like um I guess fears in it itself or something like that.
mhm.
I guess the risk, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that obviously one risk is putting up a bunch of money and it goes nowhere, and
Yeah.
Okay.
it doesn't get off the ground. But
Oh,
I
me and Sam
mean,
know about
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah, everybody that's trying to do something knows about that. But I
that.
mean, that's just part of learning, I think, and growing. But
Yeah.
it's just about, I'm saying, having having a reason to be supported. Everyone wants support, but no one has a reason. Like, why
Right.
should I be supporting you? And with us, it was just about, our thing is the art of success and like making the proper steps and everything of that nature, like to be successful in your life, whether that's, taking your L's in stride, all that other type of stuff. But we just wanted to make sure that we were going to be something worth supporting. Everyone's not going to support us, and we knew that beforehand. But as
Yeah.
long as we stay true to ourselves and put out good product and um, be ourselves at the end of the day, then like we were fine with the results.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know what's cool what you said about you said be yourself, right? Because I feel like yeah, you could have a brand and you could put like a logo on a t-shirt or something, but does that really I guess say what the brand is? Nah,
Right,
it's being yourself. The person behind the brand is the brand. That's something
right.
that that I like picked up. I'm like, nah, Fire Squad ain't no like just podcast and like some type of content. It's like
Mm-hmm.
us, you know what I mean? But what's called the people
Feel you.
being behind and what's called the people behind the brand is what actually represents the brand the best for
Right.
sure.
And then another thing is like being like, because the three people in Taos are me, myself, obviously
Hmm.
my best friend Greg that I mentioned already. He plays football for Southern Utah,
For Utah, right?
and
Yeah.
then Southern Utah, yeah, and then excuse me, another one of our middle school teammates, Dante Williams. He's an outfielder for the Arizona Wildcats.
Arizona.
So
Hmm.
our thing was like, if we're gonna be promoting our brand and telling people the art of success, you should buy stuff that says the art of success on it or whatever the case. We have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure we're holding each other accountable, you
Right.
know? So
Mm.
like we have to hold each other to the standard of the art of success and we're so close together that we know what the standard looks for each one of us. So I know when Dante or when Greg is slacking and they know that I can get on them and be like, bruh,
Mm.
you're not holding yourself to the Teo standard, you know.
There you
But I
go.
mean, that's just how we are as friends and as brothers, you know. So
That's dope. And then what's called? I know what since you guys are in different like parts of I guess the United States, like it's pretty hard, huh? Because he's in Arizona, Utah, and then at one point you
right,
were playing college, you were playing ball at was it Virginia? I forgot where it
Nebraska.
was. Nebraska. Okay. So how
Yeah,
was it like, communication and all that? Like, because it is pretty hard to keep a certain standard when you guys are like in different states and cities.
right. Um, when we were all gone, when I was in Nebraska, Greg was at UCLA,
Mm-hmm.
and Dante was still at Arizona. So the communication was definitely, I'd say, harder. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as like things that are important, there's always time for important things. It was just about priority. Like now that we're all home right now, like we can get on the phone and literally talk about anything because it doesn't matter really.
Right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
but when there's something, and I know that when we were all gone, those type of whatever conversations were a lot less. But when it's time to talk about something with substance and talk about something that we need to like come to the bottom of, then there's always time for that. But that's just within our group, so I can't speak for everyone.
Mm. Okay, okay.
And
What's
so
called
I know
go ahead.
you guys have had some collabs, right? With your brand. Speak about that and how that
Yeah.
came about.
Um, we haven't. We've had collabs with certain like figures as far as like promotion and stuff like that is concerned. Like our
Mm-hmm.
very first one was Pierre Jackson. He went to Desert Pines High School, and then he went to JUCO. Then he went to Baylor, and he played a little bit in the NBA as well. But
Mm.
he was at that time we were so small of a brand. He was just really looking out for us at that time, and I've known him for a little while now, so it was just
Mm-hmm.
cool for him to just even wear our shirt and for me to get a couple pictures. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was just cool to see. But as far as collabs with like other brands, we did our collab last summer or our spring summer 2019 drop was a collab with East Bay.
Hmm.
So I got to talk to
Excuse
some of the East Bay guys and got some of their stuff like just as their blanks, and they got
me.
we
Mm-hmm.
worked out a deal to get some of their blanks, and then I got the tail stitched on like the compression shorts and the shirts and all that type of stuff. So that was cool.
Mm.
That one didn't it did a lot better than I thought it would, but it didn't pan out as it could
Mm-hmm.
have.
Okay.
It could have ended better, but I mean I can't expect perfection out of everything, especially
Right.
since we're still, I think, well, like in my eyes, we're still a very small brand. But
Mm-hmm.
that one was really fun. And then, um, I mean, it seemed like the people rocked with it a lot too. So
That's dope. What's called a recent collab is with the Las Vegas Aces. What's her name? Oh, Asia Wilson. You
Asia
posted that
Wilson, yes
today,
sir,
right?
yes
How did
sir.
that come about? That's dope, man.
Just yeah, just a friend of a friend type of deal. You know,
Mm.
I couldn't get her in the tail shirt, which was the idea because she has a Nike deal, but it is what it is. So
Okay.
right. So that was the goal, but that didn't work out as we planned it. But I got her just to say a couple words, you know, and she was looking out for us too. So
So
I just wanted to do that as almost like a promo video for our drop, which is coming out next Sunday. So
dope. Excited to see that. I saw that.
yes
It's
sir,
gonna be
yes
sick.
sir, yes sir. Of course.
Oh
And all
shoot.
the
Oh no.
all the items that are on the drop are already released, or they're kind of hidden for right now.
No, they're hidden for right now. I still have a lot. I have like all the samples and stuff, so I know what everything looks like. But everything will be ready on next Sunday, which is the 12th of April. So
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be
I just
tuning in. We'll be tuning
right,
in.
just keep your eyes peeled for it.
For
So
sure.
what was called So you went to Nebraska and then you came back to you go to UNLV now, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
what made you like I guess move from playing from Nebraska? You just missed home or?
A little bit was missing home, but another
Mhm.
part, and I think the main part was just the fact that um I do so many other things besides basketball. And I feel like
Okay.
when I was at Nebraska, obviously I was on scholarship and everything like that, but I was kind of pigeonholed into being just a basketball player. You know,
Mhm.
everything
Mm,
was school, hoop, lift, study hall, film, another workout was like, and then at a certain point, I just got tired of it, honestly. Which I
mhm,
mean, there was the school was cool, the town was cool, my teammates were hella cool. I still talk to my teammates today. My coach, it was the best coach I ever had, but it was just like I'm not just a basketball player, you know. I like to do
mhm.
the clothes, I like to do the photography, I like to,
Photography, yeah.
write the whole thing. So at the end of the day, it just came to being a man and making a decision and living with it, really. So I just
Yeah.
figured, I'm not just a basketball player, so that's how that came about.
Is another thing about that. So in sports, in college sports, like mainly what's called you an athlete, college athlete does, they do have to sacrifice like all of their time, honestly. And
Yeah.
then what it potentially starts a conversation of is to me, this is like something that I've been planning and been thinking about like constantly, like all the time. Do you think, or okay, do you think there will be a platform that replaces college in the sports to hop on into the like, let's say for the NBA, right? Um, to get to the NBA, you need to go to college, right? If you're in America, but
Hmm.
every other European, Asia, they have their own established leagues where they can play there, get money, and get paid, and then hop
Hmm.
on into the NBA. So do
Hmm.
you feel like there's going to be like new platform of sports that young athletes could avoid college, and actually get paid for it instead of just getting paid $0 and then sacrificing like their whole time to the team?
As far as like a whole nother platform, I
Hmm.
honestly don't think so. Just because I know that so much of America as a country is based on tradition,
Right.
and keeping the same tradition and keeping like doing the same thing over and over again, which is fine. But at the end of the day, it's like some kids are not going to want to go to college. Obviously, the
Yeah.
college experience is
Uh-huh.
cool if you go to Duke or Kentucky or whatever, but like they're still giving up all their time for no money. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
some people have that decision of should I go overseas and get paid
Hmm.
and then come back to the NBA. But the thing about it is the NBA is the end goal for everybody because it's the biggest league, like it's the biggest basketball league at least in the world. So
Yeah.
regardless of what the NBA says, it's kind of like you almost have to listen because everyone wants to make it to the NBA,
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
that's just alluding to how big the NBA is at this point.
Because what's called and then Sam, you're gonna like this because Sam's a big fan of LeVar Ball, the
Hmm.
dad of the Ball brothers. He
Yeah.
actually tried to do that. He tried to like set a league where young athletes right after high school could go there, they could play basketball and get paid, and then hop on
Hmm.
into the NBA. But
Hmm.
like different business ideas or whatever, like shut it down, and it's not like a really big thing. Which goes back to
Hmm.
Chris' point, like where it kind of just circles back, and we have to follow the tradition.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I actually
Something.
knew. Go ahead, Sam. My
Oh no,
bad.
I was just gonna say it makes sense, like how you were saying, like it's been working for the longest time, so I don't see like the government because at this point it's like the higher
Yeah.
ups in the government that
Yeah.
control all of that.
Hey, low
But
key though, me personally, man, like I just hate it because I actually made I had an essay about this in one of my classes last semester, about like if college students should get paid, right? But I twisted the whole
Hmm.
thing. I'm like, you know what? College students should get paid, obviously. Like they're
Right.
giving a lot of money and like I mean a lot of time to these sports teams, and they're making millions of dollars. But I twisted the argument where somebody should establish a new platform for young athletes in various sports. But what's called I personally think, man, like I really want some platform or some league to like be that next platform for young athletes. Like
yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just something that I
It
really want to
sounds
see
really
play
good, you
out.
know? It's like a good
It'll be
idea.
dope because like
There's a lot of potential in every, I guess, American, right? And some people just can't afford to go to college or just don't want to go to college, and we're missing out on that much talent, you know? We don't know if we have the next LeBron, but he can't go to school, you know? So like
yeah.
if it stays how it is now of following the standard or the I guess tradition, how you put it,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of potential that is being missed out on, and that we'll just
Yeah.
never know about.
And the
That's
thing
true.
about it too, like when the JVA was still going on, I had a couple friends that were playing in the JVA too from Las Vegas. Like they
Hmm.
all went to DP. It was Jarrell, uh shout out to Jarrell Springer, shout out to Cap,
Shout
who was
out.
in, and then Trey Abdullah. They all went to DP, but like it was just cool to see because because I know these people personally, and I know
Mm-hmm.
that not to throw him under no bus, but I know Jarrell hates school. And
Uh
like,
huh.
well, hell, I hate school, But it was just a
We
chance
all
for
hate
him to
school.
just right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it was just a chance for them to just go hoop, and they don't have to worry about
Yeah.
all that extra stuff that comes
Mm-hmm.
with school. So Jarrell actually plays. He got a contract overseas, which is good for him too. So
That's dope.
it works. It works. It just takes so much money to have
Yeah.
like a whole league. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing
Man.
about it.
Man, I'll make it a lifetime goal of mine. If I could start something like that, man, I got my
That'd be
whole
big
life to
time.
figure it out.
No, for
Was
sure.
and speaking about basketball and LeBron, what do you think about our Lakers right now? I know you're a big Lakers fan, man. How do you
For
feel
sure.
about, the I guess the momentum they had towards like the end of the or before the season got suspended?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, the best momentum you could ask for, considering the
Re-
fact that they
Oh,
just beat the Clippers and then beat the
and
Bucks as well.
yeah.
So
Mm,
yeah, we was like a
we look
runaway
nice,
train,
man.
but man, we were looking real good, and it wasn't
And
looking
then
like nobody's gonna get in front neither. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with all the extras.
yeah, man. I was so I was telling Sam about this like two podcasts ago.
Hmm.
Basically, like the whole coronavirus, everything. Like to me, I was like, all right, for sure, I'm gonna stay cautious. Make sure everything is clean and whatnot. And then the second, bro, like the second I saw the email from my Yahoo account saying that the NBA is like suspended, I was like, this is like we need to get this back. We need to all hands on deck, man. I was so disappointed. It's because the Lakers were hot. Like this is the first time in like 7 years.
Forever. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, because we
man,
were so shitty for so long, but
bro,
as soon as we get good, it's some other stuff that comes up. But
man.
See, I'm not a
I mean,
basketball fan at all, but like from what I know about the Lakers is that they sucked ass. So like this is a
yeah,
yeah,
they were
big
bad.
man,
moment, right? I never knew a
it's
good Lakers team, you know? Like I've never had a good Lakers moment. I've
right
always just heard
Damn.
crap talked about the Lakers.
for
But
sure.
man, it looked good.
Especially since like we won the championship. We won the championship in 2010, 2011. Got kicked out by the Mavs.
Nah,
Then
OKC.
20 in 2011.
Oh no, you're right. 11 Mavs won. Yeah,
2011 was the Mavs. I don't know what about 2012, but like since 2013 till like last year, we were
yeah.
just like trash.
Hmm.
So, but as soon as we get some good momentum, it's some other stuff. But I mean, what can you
Yeah,
do?
It's just not meant to
yeah.
happen, I guess.
And all the good players like they had in those bad stretches, like now they're all like really good. Like they had D'Angelo Russell, he's hooping, Brandon
Yeah,
Ingram's hooping, Lonzo's hooping. Like so, we just kind of we couldn't see their full potential,
right.
I guess. But speaking with the Lakers, Kobe, bro.
Yeah, my guy,
Damn, I know you're a big Kobe fan, man.
for sure.
I was heartbroken, bro. Like this 2020 got to start over, man.
Man, it's rough, bro. I just remember, um, obviously getting the news, but then like I wasn't home when I got the news.
Uh huh.
So I went home, like my phone is blowing up because, like, hell, and everybody knows I'm like the biggest Kobe fan. I got hella his stuff around my room, but my phone is blowing up. I'm like, because at first it's TMZ, so you don't even believe it
Yes,
at first.
I
You
was
know what
like,
I'm
nah,
saying?
this is
Like,
bogus. Yeah.
yeah, but then I went to the gym and I couldn't even work out because I'm thinking about it the whole time. I couldn't even lift
Bro,
or nothing.
dude, that's so crazy. I went like as soon as when I found out, I went to the gym too, and then I was just out of it. I was like, I was crying at the gym, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
I was tearing up at the gym, man.
yeah, bro, it was rough. It was all on the TVs and stuff. It was rough.
Hey, man, because we gotta have, we gotta sharpen that Mamba mentality, take your brand tails all the way up.
For
We'll do
sure,
our fire
for sure,
squad thing over here for sure, man. But what's
absolutely.
called speaking about and continue on tails, what do you feel like is your overall goal? What do you want people when people say tails? What do you want the people to know or to see
Um,
you as?
I just want it to be respected just as all other big name streetwear brands are respected.
Okay.
Like like people are so, and this is a thing that like me and Greg talk about a lot, but I mean there's not much we can do about it, but it's just like people are so quick to buy from people that they don't know. Like
Hmm.
as far as like brands, like you're buying from Champion, it's not like the CEO of Champion,
Right.
but
Mm,
like people know me personally and would still buy from them other than myself, which is, I mean, it's cool, but it's just like I just want it to be viewed in the same breath as those type of streetwear brands, whether it's Champion
okay.
or Thrasher or whatever the case. I have some
Mm,
I have some Champion stuff somewhere in here. I'm not against all that stuff, but I just want it to be respected and viewed in the same light.
Right. That actually brings up a
okay.
good point about, you know the face of this, but still no
Right.
support. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that's just a
It's cool,
Vegas
bro.
thing, man. That's something we
Yeah, that's
say
that's that's
in
really all it boils down to.
yeah, that's something we say in every
Yeah.
podcast, man. It's Vegas is full of haters, but literally every single podcast you can find a moment where I say that. But
Yeah.
It
I mean,
is, man.
there's only so much you can do. Like we have our core group of supporters and we know who they are and we appreciate them. So I mean, obviously we want to build and expand and be huge, but I mean, even if that never comes to fruition, like I know who my friends are, I know who my supporters are, and
exactly.
I'm cool with whatever the outcome is.
That's our mentality as well. Me and JC know our main supporters, and
Right,
Hmm.
as
right,
long as we make them happy, I'm happy, right? And then
right. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
the rest comes
Yes,
later
sir.
in time.
Right. You can't please everybody.
Yep,
Hmm.
you just gotta
That's
please
true, man.
please the people that'll be
Hey,
rocking with you.
Right. That part.
hey, once what's called, me and Sam got our situation handled over here. We gotta have a collab, bro. Tails Fire Squad.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I'm down. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Woo.
pop our little
I'm
logo on
down.
the hoodie.
Hey, and then we got like these because we went to this art event and we know like hella like art people, like they draw, they design everything. The guy who designed our logo, he went to Rancho with us. He graduated 2015 though. His name's Hector. Shout out Hector. But
Yeah.
what's called bro, if we get like artists like that to like what's it called? I guess design the whole like logo for the merch. Trust me,
Hmm.
bro, they're gonna be
Yeah.
cold.
Whatever the case is, I just know that when two when great minds come together, great things happen. So
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
for sure.
whatever comes from that is going to be something worth seeing. So we'll figure
Hmm.
something out for sure.
Yo, so what's called something that we kind of we ask everybody on that pulls up or that hops on the Skype recently.
Yeah.
What do you think about this COVID-19 government conspiracies? You got anything like that?
Nah, bruh. I don't got no like conspiracies or nothing. It's just taking the news as I get it. I'm not really like out searching for news or nothing like that. But
Hmm.
um, I'm on paid leave from work, so I'm not really too much of a complainer. So
Mhm.
I'm just staying home, like suggested, staying far from other people, like suggested, and I'm just going by ear. I don't try to combat it too much because it's not much I can do. So
Yeah.
just
Just
just do what they
accepting it.
say, and yeah, just that's all you can do. So just
Yeah.
do what they say, and I just can't wait till it's over. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
bro. The
Everybody's
governor,
feeling.
the governor's going
Right.
crazy, man. Sisolak. Have you guys seen what he's been
Yeah.
saying and stuff?
Nah, what's he saying?
So at first it started obviously no more than 30 people. Then he changed it to no more than 10. And he's like, nobody's leaving your house now. And then now he said like today or yesterday, he was saying how if your household has more than 10 people, you gotta separate the rest of the people from I guess from each other. So like he's taking it that far, like
Like
literally
from the house, or like
yes, like
people
in
have to
your
be in the
house.
living room?
No, yeah, he's
So you,
saying so like if 10 people live in your house, like
huh.
or more than 10 people live in your house, you got to separate those people and figure out who the immediates are and find another place for the others. He said
So where are they supposed to live?
I don't
Yeah.
know, man, but he said immediates only in your house.
Oh my god. What if they're
Well,
all
if
immediates?
someone, right, that's what I'm saying. If someone lives with me, then that's their house.
This man's going crazy, bro.
But how are they gonna
Man,
do
I
that
don't
though? How are
know.
they gonna separate
I
them?
don't
How
know.
they,
Knock on doors.
He was on like IG
oh,
live going crazy.
it's with that the census thing, no? Because it recently came in.
Did it
That's how
come
they're
in?
gonna go door to door, no?
Bro,
Oh,
I'm
maybe.
telling you, that's another conspiracy. I don't know if we've talked about it, but that census, man, with this COVID-19 fell right in that
That's
little
Right on
right.
time, right?
area, you know? So they're gonna
Yeah.
figure
Mm.
out how many people live where, what age is everybody at, and they're sending the COVID right to your house, bro.
Yeah.
It eliminates you.
Anyway, anyways, going back to brighter things. What's called?
Mm,
I remember in high school you were you had photography was one of your classes, right?
right.
Is that where I guess your what's called your passion for photography like began or started, or was it before?
I've always been interested, but I just didn't know a lot enough about it to be like take it serious. And obviously, you're young. I really didn't care to buy a camera or nothing like that. But
Mm.
once I got to high school, and then I had photography one ninth grade year, two 10th grade year, then three junior year. But it was the same teacher the whole time, Mr. Stewart. So Mr. Stewart just gave us projects and stuff like that where you can use like professional equipment and get creative and all this other
Hmm.
type of stuff. And then I'm competitive, so I always want to have the best picture in the that's turned in. So I honestly give Mr. Stewart a lot of credit because he really made that class very interesting.
Wow.
He kept us engaged, and it really just it like upstarted my like passion for it. It made me go buy a camera, made me look into lenses and things like that
Hmm.
because I had so much fun in his class, you know.
Mm. Hey Sam, we got our photographer, bro. We're literally hey literally like a week before like all the news broke out and stuff. We're supposed to
Yeah.
have a photo shoot, and then
Yeah.
the twins were gonna go too because the twins are on one of the shows at
Mhm.
what's called under our Firesquad YouTube thing,
Mhm.
and we just couldn't find any photographers. So like now
Oh yeah, bro.
whenever the sun clears, we'll hit you up,
We just
bros.
got to do a
No,
Skype
for
photo
sure. You
shoot,
know I'm
bro.
down.
Have you seen the
No,
twins
definitely.
recently or no?
Um, I seen them last. I don't know if it was last Friday or the Friday before,
Hmm.
because their dad. I mean, my dad cuts their hair
Oh wow.
out of home. Yeah, I've known the twins since like second grade, so we're real
Damn.
close. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I love the twins, bro. They're so funny. We'll
No,
be
they're
having
jokes.
yeah, we'll be having them on the podcast, and we don't got to say shit. Like they Keith and Kevin, they just go in.
They're good
All
for it, bro.
they
Yeah,
just
they haven't always been like that. Like in elementary school, they were like real quiet, but you know what I'm saying.
mm.
They came around after a little while. After enough time being around me, you know.
Does your dad cut your hair?
Yeah, my dad's cut. I've never been to a barbershop ever. My
Damn,
dad's been
bro.
cutting my hair since I was
Damn,
little. Yeah.
Man, you don't know
man.
how lucky you are.
Yes, I do. And I get cut once a week. So like I
Right.
just know
Oh,
like I've never been to a barbershop, so I don't know like how much cuts go for, but I know if you do anything once a week, it adds up.
Oh yeah, most
yeah.
definitely.
So
No, bro.
yeah,
Barbershops what's called just a taper, bro. Taper line up, and then like a shape up in the beard. $40,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. I don't have that problem, bro.
Man, bro, Sam, he's been having his it was called barber since like ninth grade or something.
Yeah, I've had my
I
barber since
Yeah,
bro,
freshman year.
I was bouncing around forever, dude. And then I
really.
had my hair really long, but what's called, I still got to get like the edges cleaned up. Man,
Mhm,
I went from like barber to barber, and I went to a barber shop, and then I was like, man, I'm
mhm.
not gonna do this, 3 times a month, $40 for a
Right.
haircut. But now I found my
Yeah,
boy. His name's Chris. Shout out Chris. But that's dope that your
yeah,
dad's call your barber.
for sure. And when I was in Nebraska, I didn't want
Oh, for
nobody else
real,
touching
huh?
my hair, bro. I was there like I think the longest I went without going home was like probably like 6 months. Fuck it. I was just my hair was crazy. My beard was crazy.
You don't have a
Like I
cut in
looked I
six
looked
months?
I went 6 months without a cut because I'm
No
because I'm
way.
waiting to go home. No shape up or nothing. Like I'm waiting to go home to get to for my dad to cut me. And I was like, whatever. I really didn't even care.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, bro, that's crazy because like, well, for me, what's called, I recently haven't shaved, and it does get like not a well, I guess a little bit annoying when your beard is freaking like fluffy. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's so, man, 6 months, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, loyal to man.
I
That's
was just like,
dope.
right, that's
Loyalty,
I
yeah.
wasn't gonna go to a barbershop now. I was like, whatever.
Man, I look
That's
crazy in
funny.
6 months, man.
Right. Crazy, bro.
I would look crazy. Damn, that's
What
funny.
happened?
Do the do the twins go through the struggle, or they got it good too?
Um, Not that I can know of. Besides, hell, I mean, they didn't always used to get cut by my dad.
Right.
They did. They just recently, like after we graduated, started getting cut by my dad. But from what I could tell, they were always fresh for the most part, at least.
Hmm.
So
That's funny.
What's it called? So for this new, because you're dropping next Sunday, you're dropping a new collection, right? Like of
yes,
what
sir.
is it gonna be? Spring and summer like type of clothing?
Yes, sir. Springs. It's our spring summer 2020 collection. So
Okay, for
You
sure,
you
man, for
drop a new
sure.
collection every season, or how often does that go?
yeah, we drop a spring summer collection and we drop a fall winter collection.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We do. It's not always on during the same month, but whatever month it is, we just do like it's um kind of like if a rapper was to drop like an album.
Right.
Okay.
Like our spring summer collection is an album, and our fall winter collection is an album, and whenever in the months around it that we don't drop the collection, we'll just drop like just one shirt, one design, and we call those singles
Right.
within our group. We
Uh-huh.
call them singles.
Okay.
So we'll drop two collections each year, the spring, summer, and the fall, winter, and then the singles in between.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's how
Yep.
we do it.
For sure, man. Now I'm gonna be definitely looking into that. But what's called I know you're a big music fan, right? And then me
Yes,
and
sir.
Sam could argue that what's called that Fire Squad was that started because of rap and hip hop, right? Because like that was like our
Mhm.
first podcast or whatever. But
Mhm.
I saw that J. Cole 2020, the fall off behind you.
Yes,
Who
sir.
do you think is the best in the game right now?
Um, I'm the biggest fan of Kendrick Lamar. I
Okay.
can't
That's
call
two in a
him
row.
right. I can't call him the best just because it's been a while since he dropped.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, Drake has been dropping, so it really rotates between those three: Kendrick, J.
Hey,
Cole, and
yeah.
Drake,
And Drake.
really. And yeah, and whoever drops the most recently is who sits at the top. I'm the biggest fan of Kendrick Lamar personally, but that's just me.
And that's two podcasts in a row saying where I guess say that Kendrick Lamar is like the best.
It
That's what
was
what's his name?
Summit, right?
Yeah, Summit.
Damn.
I stand by. I'll always stay by. J Cole, bro. J Cole is my dude
Yeah, you can't go
all day,
wrong either
man.
way.
All day.
Yeah,
The last time Kendrick dropped was our senior year, bro.
who's damn? Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
our senior year. Like almost probably
yeah.
exactly a year. I mean, 3 years ago to the date. What's
Wasn't it like
called? Did you see
420?
huh?
Wasn't it 420 or something when he dropped it?
That was J.
Maybe.
Cole.
Yeah, it was J.
J.
Oh, was
Cole's
it
Cole.
J Cole?
KOD was 420. No,
Yeah.
Dan was like, I remember because it was like a couple days or like a day before my birthday, and my birthday's on the 15th. So I think it was like
Oh,
the
okay.
14th of senior year, yeah, of
Yeah.
2017. So yeah, that's
Mhm.
the last one.
Damn, that was a while ago. You think this? Did
Yeah.
you see what he posted with Baby Keem?
With Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
So Baby Keem, I guess, is his cousin, and then you explain to Sam because you're the one that like told me about it.
Nah, it's I don't even know what's going on, but it was just like, um,
A promotion, some type of
yeah,
thing.
like some promotional video thing, um, of a website like P Lang or something like that, and
Hmm.
I don't know. It showed Baby Keem the entire time, but then you could hear Kendrick's voice. Like I think he was rapping, or if he was like just saying something in the background, and then I don't know. Everyone just kind of freaked out about that, and it just stopped. We
Hmm.
didn't get anything after that. But
No,
yeah, I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
try
they
to.
were. I didn't know they were cousins. You know, Baby Keem went to Cimarron.
Oh, I
Hey, he
didn't
went to
know.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know they were cousins, but that's cool. I know that Kendrick dropped a different like promo with Georgia Smith that I seen too. I don't
It
know if
was
that
that
was like
one.
a Nike thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was like a Nike thing or like a teaser for some music or something, but
It was
whatever it
it
is.
was the same
Oh,
promotional thing.
oh, it's the same thing.
Oh, that was the same thing.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, so hopefully
oh
it's some
no.
Kendrick Lamar music coming because that's what I
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Especially right now, like, I mean, all we could really do is music. Like,
Yeah,
but
and movies
and movies,
And
yeah.
movies,
We
yeah.
can't even go to the movie theaters, man. That's
can't even do that much.
I don't know, man. Hopefully this all end. But when it ends for sure, what's called once we get the studio back, you gotta pull up, bros, and then
Oh
pull
yeah,
up. If hopefully if
we was already trying to do that before.
yeah, I know, man.
Yeah,
And then hopefully Greg and I forgot the third member's crew.
Dante.
Dante, hopefully they're still in
Yeah,
town and then we'll link up at the studio, shop it
no,
up
for sure.
there.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll figure something out whenever this shit ends.
Yeah, man. But what's
If it ends,
called
man.
what time are we at right now, Sam?
Perfect time, bro. 44 minutes,
45?
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the thing with podcasts, bro. Like if it goes past 50 minutes, the video recording like starts tripping,
No, that's the
audio
thing
starts
Really?
with
tripping.
Skype.
Uh,
Skype is what messes
Oh
us
yeah,
up.
it was Skype, yeah, because we do regular podcasts with the laptop, but
right.
We go for
I
Makes
like
don't
sense.
know.
hours. But yeah, should we
Right.
end it up here or wrap it up right here?
Just wrap it up. Yeah, before what's called, you got anything you want to say, Chris,
Any
to
shout
the
outs?
people?
Any anything?
Some words of wisdom.
Um, words of wisdom. I don't know about words of wisdom. Let me think. I'll pull some out my ass. Let me think.
You got 4 letters right there on your
Um,
chest of wisdom, bro.
TOS. Yeah, that's
There you
all I
go.
live by.
There you
It's on
go.
it's on all
All
my t-shirts. So
success.
yeah, but be on the lookout. Obviously, the spring summer collection is next Sunday, April 12th. So be on the lookout for that. Follow Store Tales on Instagram. Follow Store Tales on Twitter. At Store Tales, both of those. Don't follow our Facebook page because I don't keep up with it. And then get you some merch if you can go get it. Storetales.com. So that's all I got.
Storetales.com for
So
sure.
we'll have the link in the description.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good to me.
JC, you wanna end us today?
Yes, sir. Thank everybody for tuning in to the Fire Squad podcast. Special thanks to CJ for pulling up, representing your brand and just chopping it up, What's called? Definitely got to do it again. Make sure to follow us on Fire Squad Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Make sure to listen to the podcast, YouTube, all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Breaker, And thank you. And what's called Fire Squad is by the kids and for the kids. Bam.
Oh,
Heard that.
that was
Boom.
good.
That
I've
was a
never
long-
heard that one before.
Sam always does the outros.
Yeah, I
man.
always do the outro.
That's a specialty
Oh yeah.
right there.
Oh, that was off the top then.
Yeah, that was off the dome right there.
I like it.
Pretty solid, man.
Thank y'all for
Very good.
listening. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate you for hopping on today. And
Yes,
other
sir.
than that, I guess we outie. Right. Peace.
All right, mate. All right, Chris. So yes, sir.